What's going on, guys? It's Unknown Player here, and in this video we'll be taking a look at the new best vendor weapons you'll find in the tower right now. So if you didn't know, with the April update, all the vendor weapons got new perks. They've still got the exact same weapons and the same stats, impact, fire rate and all that stuff. They got their perks basically re-rolled, which has made some weapons really great and some not so great. I'm going to be going through all of the best ones that I think you should definitely pick up and are worth taking note of, and why they are so good. So starting with Dead Orbit, a classic example is the Hung Jury. This was easily one of the best PvE weapons in the Taken King because of the perks that it used to have, but now it's got these different perks and it's nowhere near as good as it used to be in PvE. The rolls on this specific one are actually pretty decent in PvP, and the Hung Jury as a whole, like I said, is still a very good scout rifle because those stats are still the same, but it doesn't have that incredible Firefly triple tap roll it had in it before. So that's no longer a god roll weapon, and it's not something you should be too interested in, although the Hung Jury, like I said, is still a very strong scout rifle. The only weapon I'd recommend right now from Dead Orbit really is the Hitchhiker. This thing has got really good impact, it's maxed out, and it's also got Hidden Hand and Hot Swap, which is a very good combination. Hidden Hand is obviously going to help with the target acquisition and help those bolts actually find players and maybe get you some lucky shots now and again. And the Hot Swap perk is easily the most useful for fusion rifles. If you do some damage with your primary weapon, you switch to the fusion rifle, and all of a sudden it's got really good accuracy. Now, taking a break from the factions, we're going to look at the Vanguard real quick. The Apple of Discord has always been a really good weapon, and these perks you'll see are some of the best perk rolls you can expect on an Apple of Discord pulse rifle. So this is actually a pretty good one, and you can do really well with this in PvP. Now, if you're new to Destiny and for some reason you don't have a 1000-yard stare or Conspiracy Theory D, these are some of the best weapons in PvP. So even though these perk rolls aren't great on these ones, these weapons are still without a doubt among the best weapons in PvP. Even with bad perks, they're still incredible, so pick them up if for whatever reason you do not have one. Now, looking at the Crucible, we can see some really interesting weapons. The Hawksaw is easily the best weapon in the tower right now, and this is probably the new Hung Jury in terms of great perks. Obviously, it's not a PvE weapon. This Hawksaw is for PvP, but it's basically a laser beam. This thing has no recoil. The perks are amazing. You can really max out the stability on this thing, so it's a fast fire rate, really good feeling weapon to use. It was always one of the best pulse rifles in the Taken King, but these perks make it even better, and simply now, because it's so deadly accurate, you're going to notice a slightly faster kill time simply because no bullets are going astray. They're all going exactly where you want them to. So if you're looking for a good PvP weapon, and especially a pulse rifle, this is the one you want. And it could also be great in PvE too. Of course, it's a solid, consistent rifle. Doesn't do anything crazy, but it's still a consistent weapon that'll be really fun to use because it simply has no recoil. Looking at some other weapons from the Crucible Quartermaster, the Dealbreaker Auto Rifle is also really good. These perks are some of the best you can hope for on the weapon. Another thing that I really like that caught my eye is the Last Extremity Scout Rifle. This thing has an amazing PvE roll, Zen Moment and Triple Tap. That's going to basically allow you to have this boss killing machine. It's slow firing and it'll feel the same as the Jade Rabbit if you're familiar with that, but it's essentially going to get more accurate and get you more bullets back the more precision shots you actually land, and you can just repeatedly just land these hits on bosses, and every bit of damage you do is going to make the weapon a lot more stable and kick less because of the Zen Moment perk, and Triple Tap will get you some bullets back. So this is a really good weapon for bosses, mages and bullet sponges in PvE. The Last Extremity is worth looking into. Now, going back to the factions, Future Walkout, the first one I would recommend is the Villainy Pulse Rifle. This thing is good for PvP. It's got Head Seeker and Glass Half Full, plus Reinforced Barrel and Perfect Balance are some great additions to this weapon. It's quite similar to the Apple of Discord from the Vanguard, but equally a decent pulse rifle. And finally, from the Future Walkout, we're going to take a look at the Vacancy. This is going to be among one of the better fusion rifles in PvP right now, and I'd probably expect to see this thing around quite a bit. It's got really good handling, really good range, max stability, and it just looks awesome with that sweet Omlon design and the Future Walkout colors. Definitely one of the better fusion rifles you'll see, and like I said, it handles amazingly. You can max out the stability so it basically doesn't move, and its damage is also incredible with that high impact rate. So expect to see this weapon around quite a bit. It's without a doubt one of the better fusion rifles you could obtain. And finally, we're going to look at New Monarchy. Nothing really is that great here, honestly. The Objection 4 machine gun is probably one of the better weapons. It's got really solid perks for what you would expect for a machine gun, and I think it can be definitely very reliable. And I always thought it looked very cool as well. It's a very nice looking weapon, so it definitely gets points with that. Can't go wrong with this thing if you're looking for a machine gun. Now, that is all the weapons I think are noteworthy from the new rotation of the Tower vendor perks. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video and found it helpful. Let me know if you guys have any of these weapons and what your thoughts on them. If I missed one that you really like, let me know in the comment section. Drop a like rating on the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more videos on this channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.